Now that sounds really good as a spit. Those engine sounds are recorded from actual spit. Shouldn't zoom out that far. Something's happened. The sound that the viewer's gone odd and it's jumping about. It doesn't normally do that. So if I use the other push to talk, it's okay. Right. Let's see about takeoff then. Oh, that one fluctuates the other things. It's all to do with the control. The control button being used. Wasn't doing this yesterday, why is it started doing it today? Because now it's showing the joystick and the throttle separately. Yesterday it was showing them as combined. I don't know what causes it to do that. Sometimes it shows the two as a combined unit, sometimes it shows them separately. I prefer them to be separate, but it doesn't always do that. But this now giving me the issue of the jumping around when I use my push to talk. Oh well. Probably safer to have the aircraft jumping around as I speak rather than the brake going on and off, although it's okay when I'm in the air. Okay, let's taxi. Who knows, maybe even the other Spitfire will want to squat up. I'm flying a bit of formation. I need to stop that bouncing, but I don't know how yet. It's only because the push to talk uses a combination of keys included in the control. I'm sure that's what's doing it. be something that's bound purely to the control, in which case I could unbind that and that'll be alright. It seems to ignore the Spitfire's radio at the moment, so I'm not going to ask, or attempt to ask permissions to take off, etc. It seems not to slow down very well. Throttle is right back, I'm going slightly up here. But when I come into land, I struggle to slow down. Ah, the spit is in midair. Oh, perhaps he's waiting for me to join him and we'll take off in convoy in his formation. Yeah, he's going with me by the looks of it. This view definitely is not right, I'm seeing too much nose. And now the canopy won't close. I don't even know what the standard is. The standard button for that is. So I've got things to look at again on this to sort out. There's too much nose being visible and the bouncing. Having to duck right down to sort of see. Need to trim it. I've included the plan Plan G window in there, just in case it's of interest to anyone in the UK. This is silly. I've got to cut that. There's something wrong here. He's probably wondering why I'm so slow, but he doesn't know I can't close my canopy. I think he'll probably creep up on me and get in formation now. Perhaps he's moving away, not coming towards. Or perhaps he did actually land and stay there. Perhaps he's landed there because he lives nearby or something. I should at least buzz him, shouldn't I? I think I've got some sound reflected from the ground then, my own sound. Oh, he's disconnected. The thing is, in DCS you'd probably be in danger if you tried to land on rough ground or non-runway. Actually, I can use the other button now to talk because I'm not using brakes. I'm not sure where we strayed to, but we're not near South Bend anymore. And I don't know enough to know where EGVW is. Hello, sitting duck. Oops, I'll use the other button. That causes issue on brakes, the other one causes issue on bouncing. And I've also got a very odd view here. Remember that? Duck down, just, I'm too high in the seat. Look at that, I'm right up there. Crazy. Yeah, not bad. Oh, there's lecture here as well. Party, is it? Yeah, so I'm way up high off the seat and I don't know why. No, this is not worth that. I know my stream probably makes you think that, but I don't know how to change that. I'll need to get rid of that. This is Microsoft Flight Simulator 2020. And there's the other spit. Mendel. I can't close my canopy at the moment. It's not responding to it, so there must be a key that's bound to it.
Game Microsoft Flight Simulator. Laserboat 21 salute, Laserboat 21 salute.
Hello, lazy boy. Oops, hello, lazy boy. Yeah, it jumps. I've got two push to talks. The one push to talk makes my brakes jump around, and the other one makes the aeroplane jump around visually. So whilst in air, I'm using the one that makes the jump brake around, brakes jump around.
Not working on the game command.
I don't know what that is. Don't know what closed canopy or effect toggle canopy. I don't know what the command is for that. To get to it, I'd have to sort of trim out. And I was with Mendel a bit earlier to some degree, and I didn't want to break that. It would be nice to be able to close the canopy. I should have closed my door as well, shouldn't I? Oh well, it's let me. I'm in the region of Southend Airport at the moment. In the distance, I'm not sure if you're seeing my pointer, but in the to the right at my roughly 2 o'clock there's Hanningfield Reservoir. I can't, even clicking it with the mouse, well, clicking it with the mouse doesn't do it. I'm not getting a hand now. I was getting a hand before, but it still wasn't doing it. I've got some mapping to look at. But with the Thrustmaster, sometimes it comes up as combined unit, and other times it comes up as throttle and stick. It's currently throttle and stick. Yesterday it was a combined unit, and I had to map everything according to it being a combined unit. Do I need to turn voice, or do I need to turn the game sound down a bit, or is it okay?
Sounds okay.
Okay, lovely, thank you. Oh, this south end behind me. Okay. Yeah, that would be good, because people normally say, oh, this doesn't look like War Thunder. I don't know enough to sort it out so that it does the right thing per individual game or sim. Yeah, you have to do that every time, I guess, though, do you? I'm going into land at the moment, and perhaps I'll be able to look at why I've got this jumping around, and
Each time it changes, yet there is no auto gain detection.
yeah, that's a pity. Right, this takes a while to slow down, so I'm throttling right back now. Of course, as I drop, I'm picking up speed, even though I want to slow down. That white V-shape, upside down V-shape, is the buildings of Southend Airport. Got my throttle right back on its stop now. It's slowing down slowly.
Is the 9 or 2B?
It's the 9, the 9C. LF9C. There's also the clip-wing version that you get. It's 20 quid. Okay, I can now drop my gear and the flaps. Gear going down. And according to the PDF, you don't push your what's it? Yeah, it does. It does feel different. According to the PDF that you get with this, you don't put your prop pitch fully fine. You leave it at about 2.6, which mine's gone down, but that's because my throttle's back. Okay, flaps down. I'm not going to have enough room to land. Have enough room to crash. Oh, and there's no, at the moment, there's no...
Getting food going.
No sound. Yeah, okay, sitting duck. Yeah, there's no sounds yet when you touch down. You don't get the screeching and the wheel rumble and that sort of stuff at the moment. So there's still a work in progress, but it shows a lot of promise. The engine sound, if I can jump out and let you hear that, if it will let me. And just listen to that. That's beautiful engine sound. It's all recorded from actual Spitfires. Yeah, it does feel different, but that could be to do with curves, which obviously we can also adjust here. And I have adjusted, but I adjusted when it was combined. Now whether it's retained that, I don't know. Suppose I should jump out.
Is there input lag like with War Thunder?
I don't know. I don't think so. But I think I've cured the War Thunder input lag to some degree by not using the stick. Sorry, not using target for the stick in War Thunder. I only use target for the throttle in War Thunder. Just now the flaps were going when I was talking as well.
Would Tour be benefit in taking the software out equation completely if it causes lag?
Well, it's only the throttle that the throttle's okay. The stick. Oh no, sorry, I am using in this. I am using the software, but it's not. Hang on. If there is lag there, it's not really very detectable. It's not like it was in War Thunder. Probably can't see that very easy because you've got to try and look at the stick and my inset to see whether there's lag or not. But this view is wrong. Look how high I am off the seat. I don't know what's happened there. There's something that's happened on track IR. I wonder if it's changed. No, it hasn't changed profile. But if I change profile and go back again, maybe that'll sort it.
Or recenter.
Oh, I've done recenter a couple of times. But look how high I am off the seat. That's just wrong. I don't know what happened. It seemed to change. And also, there's other things like the mouse is scrolling me in and out, which to a degree is useful because it sets me too far back. When I set the zoom to normal, it sets me, look, too far back. So I then scroll in, which is not happening now. Also, it's not bouncing now. When I was using this push to talk before, the whole thing was bouncing. So yeah, there's a few things for me to sort out on that score. But I've tried to set it up now, so whether it picks it up as a combined or throttle and stick, it still has the correct bindings, I'm hoping. But that's ridiculous. What is going on? If I recenter, it won't do it. Well, I mean, it won't cure it. I'm still high, look. I'd probably have to stop the game, perhaps not stop track IR, but certainly stop the game. The game has gone a bit bananas on the positioning from track IR. But now the mouse isn't winding it in, so something has changed even there. Unless with my because it's linked to the control button, when I do certain things, it changes certain things that I'm not aware of being changed. But it's a good looking aircraft. Look, as soon as I push my button, it's brought me back. I pushed my push to talk. Let's try it again. This is the other push to talk, and it has not zoomed me back out again. So this is the push to talk that I would use for squad. This is the push to talk I use just for my stream. So it's doing things. It's probably a load of things that I need to get unmapped, where the control key is being used by default. So I'll use this one, the squad chat push to talk. But that's no good when I'm taxiing, because look what happens when I'm taxiing. The brakes are flapping about like crazy, and of course you can't do it exactly the same as you do in DCS, so that the brake, the wheel that's having the brake applied, it depends on the rudder. You can't seem to do that, so I'm using toe braking, which is not quite right, obviously, but now it's zooming me in and out. The mouse wheel is now zooming me in and out again, and it stopped doing that. So on the left, you'll see my brakes.
That is why I go Vox in DCS.
Yeah. Look at my brakes down there, or centre now. They're flapping about because I've got my parking brake on. If I take the parking brake off, parking brake is off. Oh, no, the parking brake was on, sorry. That's using my toe brakes.
It is a repeat on the key.
I don't know what you mean. You mean from the software? It's all to do with the control. I've
You
got
are
to
pressing and holding throttle button, which is pressing a key. Perhaps there is a repeat rate on the key press.
That's not something that happens from 2020, is it? That'll be something to do with target, you mean, surely?
Yeah. Do you love planes as much as I do?
Hello, legend. I love flying them in this, yeah, and I'd love to obviously love to fly a Spit for real. The only thing is they won't let me because I want a Spit that's only got one seat in it. As you can see, legend, I've got issues here that I need to get sorted out. My push to talk key is doing all sorts of other stuff. But it's lovely. I'm going to start the engine. If you're going to stand around for a minute, legend, I'm going to start the engine so you can hear it because it's gorgeous. It's really good. It's actual recordings from Spitfire engines. So stand by a minute. So legend, I haven't spoken to you before, have I? So nice to speak to you. Hopefully see you again sometime. But bear with me while I get the engine started, which once again isn't the same as with DCS. It's much easier to start. I can push that button once I've undone the covers. I can push that button and it will just start it regardless of anything. Magnetos on. I haven't set those up with switches on here on my throttle unit yet. Right, magnetos on. I don't think I actually even need to prime it. I'm just going to try it just out of interest. I'm just going to try it. I'll put my brakes on. So the electrics weren't on.
I'm 4 years away from being old enough to fly a plane.
Well, stick with it, legend. Stick with it. Right. I haven't turned my fuel on. So that's because I'm talking. There's things I'm not doing that I need to do. The fuel pump is on. The fuel is on. Magnetos are on. I probably don't need to prime. But it's a lovely start up and it's a gorgeous sounding engine. I mean, just listen to that. That's a Spit engine. But there are some things I need to sort out. It is beautiful. There are things about it that are not as good as with DCS. Oh, I'm not so high off the seat now, so maybe my view will be better. What's changed that? I don't know. Probably because I restarted. I do need to sort out what's causing this flapping about when I use my push to talk keys. I need to sort that out. And a couple of other bits I need to sort out. For now, I'm just going to taxi and fiddle about a bit. So you can watch my brakes, bottom left there. You can watch my brakes as I'm using them. I'm not sure. Are you seeing my pointer move about as I point at these things? course I'm using toe brakes, and that is wrong in a spit. Of course you haven't got toe brakes in a spit, so that's a wrong thing about it. I'm back up in the air again now. I'll probably have to restart the game. Oh, hang on. Is my brake on? No, it wasn't.
Spitfires are my favourite piston engine, but the American F86F25.
For me, spit is best. There is nothing that equals the spit. This is the Spit LF Mark 9. Now I don't know why it's not wanting to. It's put the brake on. So I've got to use this one that makes the plane jump around for a moment to talk until I get it sorted. Because otherwise, every time I do anything, it's putting the brake on. Every time I speak, I mean. I don't think there is actually a slope up just there on this. We've done this. We've taken off from this runway for real, and I don't think there's actually a slope up. So I can use the other push to talk once I'm airborne. Let's do some. I'll get some trimming. And when it noses forward like that, in theory, it should break the prop, because that must have been a prop strike on the ground, and I think the prop just cuts through the ground at the moment. So there's a number of things I need to sort out.
As soon as you go past the Phantom 4C, all engines of jets sound the same. That's why I love piston planes.
I just love piston planes. I get in this and I feel as I can smell the oil and the leather. I just love it. Not sure that seat is right though. I thought it was just actually a piece of metal, a metal seat, because you see it on your parachute. That is your, I'll say it loosely, cushion, because they're not very cushioning, not comfortable. Right, let me sort my trim out. I'll try to show my feet to take off. Let's change the view. Well, that was pretty bad takeoff, but never mind. It's not trimming now. I think the control key is doing all sorts of stuff. It thinks the canopy's open, but closed. Roger that. Catch you later. I hope the plan G in the top left hand corner, I hope that's of some use, just to show you sort of where I am, where I'm going. Obviously more benefit for people in UK. Legend, whereabouts are you in the world at the moment? Eastern USA, okay, well, nice to have you on board. Right, now the other thing about the aircraft itself, as I was saying to Laxor earlier, look, I've got my throttle right back, and look at the speedo. My airspeed indicator is not dropping. I know I'm dropping. Let's get it level and let's see how much it dropped. I think I need to adjust the curves as well. Okay, let's go for a landing. It's a bad enough takeoff. I'll probably have a worse landing. This one is taking a bit of getting used to as well. It is quite different from DCS and obviously very different from War Thunder. Okay, gear going down in order to slow me, hopefully. Zero throttle, but dropping quite a lot. A bit fast, but I'm going to risk my flaps. I need to slow down. Well, that's quite a jolt. And also, as I was saying earlier, they haven't got any noise when you touch down. Move over to one side to be polite. Except it had put my brake on for me. I've got to get that sorted out. So there's a number of things that I need to sort out still, but a lot of these things were not happening yesterday. It's because it's using the separate stick and throttle now rather than a combined. It hasn't combined them, and I don't know why that happens, why it does it. So you watch my brakes there, bottom left hand corner, and then I can put park and brake on. I'm using the key.
Have tested the new UK or US planes in War Thunder?
No, not the new ones. I don't need to, because in War Thunder I pretty much only fly Spits and Hurricanes. The rest have no magic for me. Certainly not the jets. I don't do jets in any of them. They don't do it for me. Oh look, I forgot to close my door again. That's bad, isn't it? Right, I'm going to leave this sitting here, the engine running, because it sounds nice. I'll take like a brief comfort break. Yeah, it's definitely doing strange things, because I couldn't take my track IR off pause for a moment. Then I had to I think I don't even know what I hit, probably my push to talk, and using the control button jumped me out of the aircraft, and and then allowed me to take track IR off pause. This view is wrong. I'm way too high in the seat. That is wrong. That shouldn't happen. I think it's because the as you see with the fluttering brake lever there, the control button, which I use as part of the push to talk combination, I think the control is causing an issue. So I've got some things to sort out, which is a pity. Two reasons. One is dinner is going to be ready very soon, and I see that I've got, according to what I'm seeing, 7 people on Twitch and 2 people on YouTube, which is lovely. It's pretty unheard of for me to have such attendance, so that's very nice that you guys have joined me. So yeah, feel good to drop a message there sometime, but I will be closing the stream very soon so that I can try and address these issues. And to say that the issues now seem to be occurring because it's seeing the throttle and stick as being 2 different units. Other times it sees it as combined, so I set it up so that whether it sees it as combined or 2 separate units, it should work okay. It will just use the appropriate bindings, whichever it picks it up as, but that's not having it at the moment. I really don't know why. And this odd jumped up in the air thing, that's really odd. I've never seen that before. So folks, I'm going to close the stream now. I suspect I will be on here again later. If you should choose to come back and join me, that would be great. I'd love to see people there. Not because I'm worried about follows and stuff. I'm going to explain now why there's lots of people there. I'm really not worried about people following or subbing from my benefit. I do this because I feel that people could perhaps get some enjoyment out of it, even if they don't have the option to do it themselves. They could get some fun out of watching someone else do it. So that's why I do it. I'm not worried about subs, I'm not worried about follows and that sort of stuff, but it can be useful to sub so that, and hit the bell so that you'll know, if you're interested, you'll know when I'm streaming. You'll get the notification, that's all. So yeah, thanks for joining me folks. I'm going to close the stream now. There'll be dinner soon for me, and then I've got to come back and look at this frustrating fluttering that I'm getting. So take care, and I'll catch you a bit later, maybe a bit later tonight. Okay, thanks for joining me folks. TTFN.